Welcome back to the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. The Huddle brought to you by 956sports.com, powered by our friends at Mickey D's. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm loving it.
Our man Rick Miller getting some Facebook love. Obviously, Jake took a picture of Rick in his... That's a throwback Staubach jersey, right?
Yes, sir.
Mitchell and Ness.
I'm not a...
Mitchell and Ness jersey.
Who?
Your jersey is made by Mitchell and Ness. It's one of those fancy rapper jerseys. Yeah, you don't know. Okay.
I think I ordered this from Korea, to be honest with you.
I used to bring those in from Korea. Some Pan Am guys used to sell it for me.
Actually, I used to, when I did another different arena team, there was a guy that was on our team that sold jerseys out of the back of his trunk. Like, he would come with throwbacks all the time. You know, Eric Dickerson, these kind of.
Wow.
And I think you probably got it from the same place, because I have a buddy that then opened a jersey type. He goes to the swap meet and sells these things. But yeah, they're nice quality. They don't rub off.
Very
and it's
nice.
Roger Staubach.
Very nice. Your Facebook picture has got a little love. First, our man Joey Calvillo. Come on, Rick. What's next? A man crush on Tony?
Dude, his nickname is Pooh Daddy. He can't talk.
Art Cortez chimes in. It's almost as bad as being a Steeler fan. Art, I won't have any of that, sir.
I like Art.
And you dropped the initial, the final bomb.
Yeah, I hate Jake.
I hate you, Jake. Can we air that out in public? Do we have to put it on Facebook? It's much more entertaining if we all talk about it.
Well, I think if people listen to the show, the 6 or 7 of them that do, they know how we feel about they know how we feel about Jake. We tolerate him. But you didn't have to put the Redskins, man. Come on.
I had to. That was the only one I could do.
Well, you could have done Steelers. But
by the way, I just wanted to point this out, too. Our new mobile app will be available probably about a week and a half. It's going to be very nice. You can watch this show inside the app. There's fan wall and everything on it. However, our app is actually the same one that they build the Redskins with it, the Dolphins with it, the Mavericks, and Bill Cosby, actually. As of last night, I saw his app was made by the same people.
Really?
Yeah.
So we are sparing no expense, to say the least.
Well, we do more. I actually was pretty bummed. I went to one of the TV station's apps thinking that I'd be able to see video since it's a TV station app.
Right. Negative, Red Leader?
No video.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Well, I'm sure they'll work on it, though.
Yeah.
All right, Tony Hill is scheduled to come up and join us next. He has got an event coming up on April the 28th, 2 o'clock at the UTPA Fieldhouse, which the Cowboy Legends will be taking on various members of the UTPA family, some former Bronc players. I understand that some of the Bronc faculty will be chiming in. 2 o'clock at the Fieldhouse at UTPA. You need more information, log on to utpabronx.com, utpabronx.com. You can get the information there on the event happening April 28th at the UTPA Fieldhouse when the Dallas Cowboy Legends come to town to take on the folks from UTPA. I guess we have confirmation that he's joining us because our man Rick, he's got a huge smile on his face like he's just spoken to one of his idols. So we may not get Tony Hill on the air because Rick has decided he's going to chat him up a little bit and discuss the world, society, and everything else around with our next guest. So, as a matter of fact, we do have confirmation he is good to go. Let's bring him onto the show right now. Mr. Tony Hill of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here in the Huddle. Mr. Hill, good morning, sir. How are you?
What's going on, gang? How you guys doing, man?
We're doing very well. You are no stranger to the Rio Grande Valley. Did I hear that you have a townhouse here in McAllen?
That's incorrect, man. I'd like to have a townhouse, but I've got some good friends. So I guess you can say I got like a townhouse out there. Hey, South Texas is my second home, man. It's all good.
Now, would you say that compared to Dallas, or second to Dallas, there is no bigger Dallas Cowboy fan base than what you see here in South Texas?
Without a question, man. As a matter of fact, if the Cowboys ever move, they'd have to move to South Texas. That's the only way. That's the only place they can go. They've gone from Irvin to Arlington, but the next place has got to be Harlingen, McAllen, baby. That's what it's all about. Brownsville, that area.
That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Tell us what you're doing nowadays, sir.
Hey, what I'm doing is I'm involved, matter of fact, with a big event that's coming into the area. But my daughter's got I got a company called Legend Sports Promotions, and we work with various entities to raise funds for various charitable organizations using professional athletes as that vehicle. And we got some guys that want to donate some of their time to come down there and play some b-ball down there and sign some autographs and have some fun out there.
So April 28th at the UTPA Fieldhouse in Edinburgh, we're going to have the Cowboy Legends come to town. Who do you think will be on your roster for that Saturday afternoon?
Well, Well, I'll tell you what, the guys we're going to have some young guys. I know Jesse Holly's going to be there. We're going to have Stephen McGee. Also, Philip Tanner is coming in. We're looking at a couple surprise players over there. So I can assure you that it's going to be a great game. They're going to be there to sign some autographs, and yours truly will be there emceeing the game to have some fun.
That's what I'm talking about, the joy that we have. And this has been something that you've been doing for quite a while, though, because I know that you guys have done basketball, but I remember years back, you and I worked together at a volleyball event on South Padre Island. You, me, and Tony Dorsett.
Baby, you're going way back. I love you, honey. I love you, sir. Hey, that's when we had our Spike It Up event up there in Padre Island. It was beautiful out there. We had a blast over there. I think we're going to have to do it again. What do you think?
I'm down for it. If you're down, we can make that happen.
Actually, I think we had Captain Morgan Drungham as our sponsor, and I think everybody enjoyed it. They didn't remember much about it, but they enjoyed the game.
Eugene Lockhart could spike a volleyball like nobody's business.
Because nobody wanted to get in front of Eugene Lockhart, baby. That was it. It's Mean Gene Hit Machine. He's a killer.
Tony Hill of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here in the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Talk to me about the current Dallas Cowboys and the situation that they're in. What is it going to take to get this team over the hump?
Well, I'll tell you what, people ask about the Cowboys and their position over there. It's really unfortunate. The Cowboys are a very good football team, and they're just a player or two away from it. I think they've got to resurge that defense and get a rush for the defense. The offense is doing its thing. People talk about Tony Romo and what his season, but the Cowboys average 27 points a game. When you average 27 points a game, you're supposed to win. So we get somebody to help DeMarcus Ware on that defense over there, and Sean Lee. Cowboys are going to be okay. I have a good feeling about the team this year.
Now, listen, everybody that listens to us knows that I am not a Cowboy fan. I will admit that right now. I will admit that.
You can't be in South Texas not be a Cowboy fan, man. What's up with that?
We are few and far between, but I am one of the guys that have gone on record. I respect what you did as a player, but I've been one of the biggest defendants of Tony Romo. He is an incredibly skilled quarterback. He just doesn't have all the pieces around him.
Well, I think there's two things though. When you have an elite quarterback's got to be able to bring he's got to take his team to another level, and that's one thing Tony hasn't done. Until Tony can do that, then he'll always be a good quarterback. Once if he takes that next step, and sometimes he's got to will a team, even if the defense is not performing at the level that he needs, he can will that team to a victory, and that's what Tony's going to have to do. And I don't know if this is a great synopsis to use, but the fact that he's married, has a child, I think that you're going to see a different Tony Romo. I think you'll see it's more focused, so to speak. I think there'll be more emphasis on the game itself. Don't get me wrong. He loves the game. He enjoys it. But now I think he's got to take it to that business level. I mean, on days off, you lead by example. You're not in Padre Island. You're not in Puerto Rico. You're not out. And you're telling the guys, hey, I'm staying home. I'm getting ready. I'm getting rest, and we're getting ready for the game. Yeah, he may have been getting rest over in Puerto Rico or wherever he was, or Mexico, but, it just doesn't send a good message. And that's what you got to do as a quarterback, an elite quarterback.
Does he have to focus on his quarterbacking more than his golf game?
I tell you what, if his golf game continues the way it is, he's going to be an elite golfer. You're going to be hearing some big things about that, that's for sure.
Tony Hill is joining us here on the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. They have the big event coming up at the UTPA Fieldhouse. It's happening Saturday, April the 28th, 2 o'clock tip-off. Tony Hill will be your MC. He's got some current Dallas Cowboys, the younger guys, the Jesse Hollies, the Stephen McGees, and a couple surprise players that are going to be taking the court at UTPA Fieldhouse. I think the last time that I was able to be a part of it, Larry Brown was playing with us at the McAllen High School basketball gym, and being the Steeler fan that I am, Larry Brown stepped in one front of one of my passes and intercepted a ball right there. I just can't seem to shake him.
Well, the good news was Larry Brown, as from what I recall, he was told a defensive player because he didn't know how to score. So, I tell him that's the difference between he and I. I can score. And on the basketball floor, I can play defense. He can just play defense, but he can't finish, guys. And that's what it's all about.
So are we going to see you take a couple of shots, or are you just strictly the MC? You're the circus man now.
I wouldn't refer to myself as a circus man. I think I got a little bit higher stature than that. But you may see a little bit. I don't want to remove all doubt, so I'm going to leave it as a mystery, okay? And hey, everything will be sweet. I guarantee you.
And you guys are going to be signing autographs after the game?
Absolutely. They'll be signing autographs after and during the game, man. That's what it's all about. They're about to give back. This is going to be a wonderful event. The game's at 2 o'clock. They just have everybody come on out, get ready, bring your stuff out there, and just have some fun.
Is there a website where some of our local fans can check in on you and what you and your daughter are working on?
Yeah, you can go to legendspromotions.com. Look up Legends Promotions, and you'll see some of the games. You know, Felix Jones, some of the guys that have been there. We've had Des Bryant that was out there, and I'm not sure if he'll be there or not. That's why I want to make sure, but that's why I didn't say it. But there will be some good celebrities, I assure you, okay?
Does Des Bryant do you proud wearing the number 80?
Well, Des is wearing number 88. If he wore number 80, he'd probably have a better game, but that's all right.
I thought he was 80. See, that's how much I follow the team. I'm sorry,
That's
Mr.
okay.
Hill.
That's all right, man. It won't be the first time I've had somebody say that, but it's all good. We're waiting to bring in a real number 80. That's what's happening. We might get one in the draft.
Oh, we'll see what happens. We certainly appreciate your time and look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks here at the UTPA Fieldhouse.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank Spa Glass for being a big sponsor for bringing us out. Spa Glass is responsible for getting the guys out there, and I like the public to know that because they're doing it for the charity. They're giving out. They're just giving back to the community, and they're super. So a good friend of mine, Renee Capistron, came to me a few years ago and said, "Hey, Tony, we like to give back to the community. What are you doing?" And that's why we're able to do this. So I appreciate it, guys.
A tip of the cap to Ray Capistron and the folks at Spall Glass for making this event possible on Saturday, April the 28th, 2 o'clock, when the Dallas Cowboy Legends come to town. And legendspromotions.com is the website?
There you go, baby.
All right, I look forward to seeing you, big guy.
All right, man. You guys have a good one. I look forward to seeing you.
Take care. Tony Hill of the Dallas Cowboys just got hung up by Iron Man Rick Miller here on the Huddle on 840 Fox Sports Radio. Rather interesting. You know what? I had to come out and I had to tell him, hey, I'm not a Cowboy fan. I got to make that, known. And I thought, didn't Des Bryant wear number 80? When did he switch to 88?
He's been 88 the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the whole big deal is. Because Irvin was 88, Drew Pearson was 88, and so they made him the 88.
Didn't he wear 80 at Oklahoma State?
I'm not sure what he wore at Oklahoma State. But I know the Cowboys made it a big deal by giving him 88 because it was Michael Irvin's number. And
yeah, that's who I want my child to be like.
Hey, Michael Irvin was a baller, man.
Yeah, amongst other things.
Hey, I don't think he ever got charged with any sexual assaults.
No, because the crack is just enough.
Hey, he's got 3 rings.
Well, Ben's got 2 and an MVP, and he's looking for a third, and he's still playing.
Yeah.
What else you got for me, Miller?
He plays against the Browns and the Bengals twice a year.
Well, it's not our fault. I mean, we all can't play Seattle all the time. You know what I'm saying? That NFC is a little busy over there for us.
Too tough. You know what? The Cowboys been doing that hoop thing for a long time. I was telling Jake earlier, I remember being 6 years old, living in San Antonio, and being a military brat. They would give you tickets to all these special charity events and that kind of thing. And I remember the Cowboys, and we got to sit right by where they came out, and I remember touching Tony Hill and Tony Dorsett and all that. They do such a good job with that, so it'll be a fun event.
I have a photo of myself, Tony Hill, and Tony Dorsett that I've the many times that they've come to town, I've thought I really need to get some autographs,
right?
And just do something with it, but. It's there, and it was one of those that was happening on the island, South Padre, that we talked about. Tony Dorsett, Tony Hill, Eugene, the hitting machine Lockhart.
Oh, yeah.
And
I went to high school with his brother.
There was a couple other guys that we played beach volleyball, and it was one of those that you didn't. I mean, if Lockhart went up, you weren't going to, you were going to get Spalding tattooed against your face if he got you. So it was one of those things, and these guys, it's so great.